Good morning, and welcome to another Simple Truth. You know, there are a lot of things in life that are simple in nature, simple in thought, but hard in application. Matter of fact, I find that most of this thing we call the Christian walk is that way in nature. There are simple truths, but we struggle in application. You see, I struggle just in talking about it because it's this idea that the Bible says things pretty plainly. Don't do this, do this. But somehow, in the midst of all that, we get bogged down in application. The problem is that we attach feelings with those applications. We attach faces with that application and places. And that makes applying simple truths hard. Let me give you an example of what I'm talking about. You've probably heard the adage, having an attitude of gratitude. That ability to be able to focus on being grateful for things that have been provided for you and that you have had the opportunity to provide for other people. Now, the truth is that is a pretty simple truth. You need to have an attitude of gratitude. Be very grateful for what God has done for you and what other people have done for you and the opportunities that you've had to do the same for God and for other people. It's kind of this give and take thing. The problem with this whole concept is that we begin putting emotions, feelings, experiences, and faces with this whole thing. You see, we're unable to separate how we feel about something with what somebody has done. You know, it's easy to look back and to have an attitude of gratitude for my mom and for all of the meals that she has made for me over the years, continually still making them on Sunday afternoons as we eat together as a family. But you know what? Growing up, there were certainly meals that I was not thankful for. There were things that I did not have an attitude of gratitude. I couldn't separate what I was eating, what I liked and I disliked from who was making it for me and the effort and the energy that she put into it. The truth is, I needed to be grateful for the fact that my mom took the time and the energy to make me food. But I couldn't do that because I was only looking at what was on the plate and how it was tasting. Now, it's easy for me to be grateful when she makes chocolate cake and when she makes me Swiss steak and when I get lasagna and the things that are really meaningful to me. She goes out of her way to do things that I know that she knows that I like. But it's totally different when I sit down at a table and somebody's serving me things that I don't like. How do you maintain that attitude of gratitude? Now, again, that goes into all different areas of our life. You know, there's some areas where it's just easy for us to have an attitude of gratitude. Some people get it, but there are other places where, we feel so strongly that we can't separate people. We can't separate that they were trying to serve us with how it came across. That's where things get mixed up. Do you know that every day there are people who are trying to serve you? Whether it's at a restaurant, whether it's at a convenience store, your bank, your workplace, whether it's on a golf course, wherever it is, there are people who legitimately are trying to serve you. But how they accomplish that, that might mess with your feelings, with your emotions. You know, the people who mess up our orders when we go out to eat, are we thankful for the fact that they attempted to do that? Tempted to take care of us, or are we just focused on the fact that they gave us the wrong thing and how could they possibly mess up our order? You know, it's easier to have an attitude of gratitude when we can look at ourselves, when we can see that there are times where we've tried to help people and it just hasn't gone right. Or maybe we just simply did what we wanted for somebody, never really asked them what they wanted, and their ungratefulness, it just bothered us. You see, God says that intentions are what matter with an attitude of gratitude, that we're able to take a step back and we're able to look at and perceive the intentions of people. Are they doing it for the right reasons? It might come out all wrong, but are they doing it with the right heart, with the right attitude, that they're looking at a situation and they're attempting to help us. The truth is, there's always ways that we can take care of people better. But are we giving people credit for the fact that they're even attempting to try? We live in a culture today where that is going further and further by the wayside. We have people who just aren't even attempting to take care of each other. And the reason for that is because of the reaction of other people. Your reaction is going to mold people's attempts to take care of you. If every time somebody tries to take care of you, they're met with disappointment, they're met with frustration or anger, well, that's not going to work. You know, in my life, I have heroes. Not overall heroes, I certainly have a few of those, but I have heroes in certain areas. I recognize that there are people who are attempting to do things right, that they just get it. It seems to be no problem for them. And when you find those people, you look at them for how are they doing it and how do they keep their attitude. You know, one of the people that I admire as I watch television is someone who's on Fox News. Ainsley Earhardt in the mornings on Fox Mornings, Fox and Friends, really sticks out to me as a hero in this area of gratitude. Now, I'm probably never going to meet her and never get to tell her that she's one of my heroes in this area. But this woman that I watch on a fairly regular basis seems to always have the ability, no matter what she's doing, no matter who she's talking to or what she thinks about the issues, she's able to have an attitude of gratitude. She thanks people that probably she disagrees with. She thanks them for their service to our country. You know, one of the hardest things is to thank politicians that we disagree with for serving. Doing something that we just simply don't want to do or aren't willing to do, to put our name, our reputation, our past out there for people to look at, for people to dissect, for people to destroy. But she's able to do this on a frequent basis. She says thank you to people for their service. She says thank you for just the lives that they're trying to live. She encourages people to keep going. But probably what I am most grateful for is that she has been given a platform, a pretty big platform, and she consistently talks about her faith, lives out her faith. You see the combination of walking out her talk. So if I was to meet with Ainsley Earhardt, what I would really want to say to her would be thank you for walking out this part of your talk. Now, I don't know the rest of her life, and I don't know what she does and who she is, but I appreciate the fact that at every opportunity that she has, she is putting in her faith to what she does and who she is, reminding people of faith, reminding people that there is a God who is actively invested in this world. I wonder how many of us are doing the same thing. I wonder how many of us in our workplaces, in our play places, and in our homes are investing in people with an attitude of gratitude, that we're grateful for our God, we're grateful for what He's given us, we're grateful for who we are because of who He is. We're grateful of the opportunities we've had because of who He is. So this morning, I want to thank Ainsley Earhardt for being a hero of gratitude to me. But I bet there are more people out there, people who are listening to this, the couple hundred people who will view parts of this and listen to this simple truth. I want to thank those of you who do have an attitude of gratitude. Those of you who are able to look around and separate what the outcome of something is from what the intentions of something was. So I challenge us to walk away today from this simple truth with a desire to have an attitude of gratitude for what is around us, what has been given to us, more importantly, who has been given to us.